Oh, that may be a thing. I mean, I'm recording at 1080 and like giving it an output of 720, but again, like I tested this, multiple times over the course of the weekend and it worked 100% without any trouble. Hello, happy Halloween. We're having a lot of technical difficulties. Well, it's not complaining anymore. It just popped up for like a brief second, so we may just go ahead and if something happens, we can deal with it. Don't really know what else to do, so yeah, it's not complaining anymore. It may have just been still running some startup processes because I started streaming pretty quick. So, okay, so for now, I think we'll say it's okay. Let me bring up a menu here and open up a game, a video game. I'll be able to play one of those tonight. The new Mario. I don't actually own the new Mario. I have a Switch, but I've not bought Super Mario Odyssey. Thing is muted. There we go. Yeah, like I'm not recording at the same time. I'm actually only streaming. I don't, like it still says start recording. I'm not doing that at all, so who knows, but I don't know. We seem to be running okay, at least for now. If we run into some problems, we'll deal with it later, but this is Clock Tower on the Super Nintendo. Finally, we can get into the thing I actually wanted to come here for and not troubleshooting tech issues. But, so we're here. Clock Tower, Super Nintendo. So, you may not have heard of this game. Is my controller seriously, like, not working now? Okay, there it goes. Well, I guess we just started a game, but that's fine. So you may not have actually heard, I mean, you've probably heard of Clock Tower. You may be more familiar with its, like, PlayStation 1 entries and later. But this is actually, like, the original Clock Tower on Super NES. It's actually a little loud on my end. I'm not sure how to turn that down without... We'll just do this. And then I'll bump it up here a bit. Okay, we'll say that's fine. Yeah, alright, so we seem to be going okay. So, yes, Clock Tower on the Super Nintendo, you may not be familiar with this, and that would probably be because this game was only released in Japan and actually only released in Japanese. What I'm playing right now is actually like an English patch that you could download. So, it runs a little buggy in the emulator sometimes, but that's just kind of how it goes. That's the nature of emulation, pretty much. So the background story of this is we are playing the role of a 14-year-old girl, I believe, named Jennifer, and we've been adopted by this family because our father went missing or something. I'm a little bit hazy on all of the finer details of the backstory. But yep, so we're in this mansion and we're coming here with our friends, I guess. I'm not really sure why we're coming to our new, like, adopted house with our friends, but I guess they want to check the place out too, so maybe it makes a little bit of sense. And the one thing you do need to know about this game is that it is very slow. As you may have noticed, there's no, like, background music really happening right now. There's no big action. This is really kind of the first attempt, like, historically at, like, an atmospheric horror game, pretty much. I don't really know of anything else that would have come before this. It's one of the first times that they've tried to just, take things slowly. And you may also notice, I'm not selected on the game, there we go. This is a point-and-click adventure game, which is a little bit hard to manage on the Super Nintendo, but we move our mouse around, we can target things to interact. So let's talk with our friends here real quick as we slowly walk over. And there's going to be just kind of a lot of silence. That's the way this game works sometimes, So when you think of horror games, like especially on the Super Nintendo or whatever, you tend to think of, maybe a game like a Castlevania or like a Splatterhouse or something like that. But, those were kind of mostly just action games with, like, horror themes, so to speak. They don't really focus on, like, the atmospheric stuff, even though there was some atmosphere in some of their game. Yeah, they're more gamey. whereas this is like really trying to create that experience of like if you were actually there, which is kind of funny on the Super Nintendo with the graphics being what they are. Things are a bit pixely. I mean, it's not bad for the Super Nintendo, but obviously by more modern game standards, it's a bit pixely. So chatting with our friends out here in the living room. Miss Mary, the lady who brought us here, has run off. So we can see what our friends think about the place. So our friend is a bit paranoid, which, I mean, you know, come to a big mansion on a hill like this, might be a little bit paranoid. Zombies ate my neighbors. Yeah, that one's definitely like, that's kind of comedy themed, actually. So Miss Mary has been gone for a while. We kind of expected her to be back at this point. And of course, we have to go find her. The text is a little slow. I may, in some cases, I do have the ability to fast forward, but I will try to use it sparingly. The game expects you to move at this pace the entire game. See how slow you're walking? It's actually possible to run. I don't know if you can do it here. No, you can only walk at this point, so. Can we talk to Lot again? We might need to do that. It's taking a long time, huh? Should I go find Miss Mary? I think some of this is also probably because, like, this was originally made for Japanese text. Uh-oh. That music's fine, right? That doesn't mean anything. So we have a couple different places to go here. This is really kind of, you have a multitude of different ways to start the game. Oh, hello. The main hall. No one's here and the lights are out. Spooky. So now we can run. Okay, now we get the freedom. This is basically where the game kicks off. So we've got kind of a couple different ways we can go. Our objective is still the same. We're looking for Miss Mary, but we're also now kind of looking for, well, everybody. So I'll kind of show off some of the alternate ways a bit later. There's a few different ways you can get started, but I think for now we'll just kind of avoid the save stating and reloading and just kind of go through it in one go here. It's really not that long. It's a pretty short game, so guess we can check some of these rooms. This also has a bit of a confusing layout if you're not used to it, so it's one you may either want to look up a map for. Oh yeah, that's very welcoming painting. Where's the switch? Let's turn the lights on. Okay, much more welcoming. Got some things to check out here. As she takes a little while to do so. Again, kind of get used to that. So just turn it on static and slowly walk away. No, turn. Okay, gotta wait for her. Now turn it back off. This may be a case where I fast forward a bit just to get done with that animation a little bit quicker. So there's a box up here. This is something that we do actually want to check. And the other thing about this game is that it's actually a little bit randomized. There are a few different things that can... Okay, so we did get the West Wing key in here. There's a chance actually that the West Wing key is not in this box, and it's in another place somewhere else in the mansion. So that's a thing that may keep you, you know, playing a few different times just to see the different ways that things can play out. Check this other room back here. I've not actually played any other, I see people talking about Clock Tower games in the chat. I've not actually played like any of the other Clock Tower games. Really like atmospheric horror stuff is kind of not my jam most of the time, but I really like this just for the fact that, you know, it was really like the first of its kind and the things that it tried to do. I really admire it. So let's start checking out some stuff in here. Looks like we still haven't found Mary. It's like a picture of two kids. It's broken, you can't see the faces. Let's also check the little armoire here. It's the only Clock Tower game we played, didn't know there were other games. That must be an internet thing, because like there's no way you would know about it, you know, back in the 1990s or whatever. Since it only came out in Japan, I mean, unless you were like really keeping up with that kind of thing. We're going to interact with the parrot here. Hey, buddy, what's up? Wait, what? Is he gonna... He's gonna kill us, I think. That's probably not good. Oh, so now he's bothering us. So the way to solve this is we need to check out the right bed here, the one with the sheets on it. We'll just sit here and keep clicking on it until she decides to check it out. And eventually, there we go. Catch the bird. So now it's cut in here. Probably dead. I don't know. And yeah, sorry. Watch the caps. I know it was probably not intentional. I've not really tweaked Nightbot at all, so he may be a little bit extra judicious, but so kill the bird. It's our first main course of action in the game. Oh, yeah, and you see the portrait flash a bit there. That's not part of the game. That's just part of sometimes the simulator's a little buggy. So we can run. Oh. I was gonna say, most of the time the game expects you to walk because your portrait will actually change color at various points. It like determines your stamina / health level, and running while you're not like being chased by anything will deplete that automatically, but like, honestly, just run everywhere. Stained glass ceiling there. Holy. Hey buddy. I think we run away. So this is the scissor man. We know nothing about him. This guy running with giant scissors, giant shears. So now we need to run away and hide from him. He can kind of teleport a little bit. You may actually hear him coming from the right. So we can go into this room. We're going to have to hide from him. Obviously, we're not going to be able to fight this dude or anything. We're just a 14-year-old girl. So we can actually hide under the bed here. Hope he doesn't find us. Alright, he seems to have gone. The music has faded away, which means that he's not onto us anymore. We'll show you something a little bit later that has to do with this whole sequence. Like I said, we'll just kind of go through it now and not really talk about alternatives for the meantime. So, okay, I think we shook him. So we should be safe to start exploring some things again. So, there's also a little bit of slowdown, like sometimes whenever you enter a new room. I'm not sure if that's actually just part of the system, or if that's like an emulation bug. But don't worry, it's not like your stream or anything. It does tend to slow down a bit. Also, the body is gone. I'm not quite sure where that went, but I hear a phone. Door up there. We'll skip past that for now. Couple doors. Let's see what's in here. Ah, it's locked. Of course it's locked. Well, what about the other door? Another hallway, of course. Oh, check this door. There's a lot of hallways and a lot of doors. Yeah, it has some randomness in a certain amount of things. Like, once you really know the game, you can pretty much know exactly like what all of the possible alternatives are. Yeah, that's completely correct. There's just kind of like, you have a few options of things that can, like, certain rooms can be in different places, and certain items, a couple items can be in different places, but kind of the general overall arch of it is the same every time you play. A ham was put in here. Let's pick up some ham. Why not? This is a point-and-click adventure game after all. And yes, you notice the portrait is red now. I didn't mention that before. So that's kind of the measure of your stamina that I was talking before. You notice she's red and distressed, and this is like the lowest health level. Basically, if you run into like any danger or anything like that, you have a pretty good chance of dying. So you want to try to avoid that if possible. And basically what causes that is, like, sometimes you get spooked by things, and that will lower your health level. But also, like I said before, running around while you're not being chased by anything lowers your stamina, but walking is just so slow. It doesn't actually matter that much if you know what you're doing and know how to avoid things. So, let's check this thing out over here. Something shiny, huh? Oh, that's probably not good. Calmly close the door. And now let's run away. Oh god, they're everywhere. It's so loud too. Get out of here, man. Yeah, restoring health is also not fun. So the way to do that, probably not do it. I think you actually do it faster in rooms, so we'll do that in a bit. Yeah, roaches everywhere. So let's keep going. Let's get out of that room for now. I'll give them some time to disperse. So it looks like we've got a garage here. Oh man, a car. Can we get out of here? The keys aren't here. Of course not. It takes actually getting in the car, sitting down, and closing the door to figure that out, but... Oh, a car key. Well, what do you know? So this is a way we pocketed the car key. This is also a chance we can get to look at our inventory. So we picked up the perfume from earlier, the ham, which we're just carrying around with us now, and also some car keys. So let's use the car key on the car. I can get out of here with this car. Well, then do it. Game over. We won. But the others. Oh. Everyone needs their emergency ham. Quick, deploy the emergency ham. So, we should probably save the other people. So, alright, well, you can go up here. There's not really anything we can do up there for the time being, but, so the garage is kind of a dead end for us at the moment. Open the garage door first. Well, that's part of the solution, but... Okay, well, back out here then. There were some stairs in this area that I want to go ahead and take. So to do that, we have to stop, let the camera catch up, and then activate the stairs, and you cannot speed up the stair walking animation, so let's enjoy it. Nice. Good stairs. And like I said before, like when you run and it depletes your stamina like that, so essentially that means that the game expects you to walk around at this speed. The entire game, when you're not being chased by something. Nah, man, let's run. It's also worth mentioning, I didn't talk about it, but the controls are a little weird. So essentially your D-pad just controls this cursor here. So in order to walk in a direction, you also notice that she has sat down. This is actually how you recover health. You sit here and wait. And eventually, as I'm explaining this, her portrait will change. But it's going to take a little while just to give you an idea. So essentially the way you control is you move the cursor to one side and then hit the action button in order to walk in that direction. You can hit it again to run. And then you stop with a different button, and then you can turn around like this. You can also just hit L or R to run in that direction. It's a bit of a control scheme, I'll tell you that much. The door's locked, of course it is. Yeah, actually, I'm not sure if the SNES mouse works with the game or not. That's not really something I played around with, but I just know how to control it on a controller, so let's go and check this thing out. This little doorway back here. Setting recovers your lost blood. Yeah, it just kind of creeps back up into you. It's like reverse osmosis, you know? So it looks like we got some stuff over here. Check whatever this is. A can of insecticide. Well, that might come in handy. Nothing. Just some dots. Some broken tableware. Okay. So I can check out a crate over here. And in a stunning display of athleticism. Nope. Do I? Can't be done. It's impossible. So we can solve that problem with a little bit of a box pushing puzzle. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't. But that would be cool, actually. That would be nice. There's some clothes. A black robe. Well, might as well hold on to it, I guess. I mean, we picked up a ham, so our standards are pretty low at this point, if we're being honest. Also, check this thing out. Looks like some rope on the floor. One thing that you will find about Jennifer is that she gets occasionally a little bit spooked, but the rest of the time, ice cold, man. Ice water running through the veins. And you notice I've already lost that health again. I'm back to the red portrait, so all that health that we just gained by sitting down is immediately gone. I'm back at 0. Climb over this box, might as well. It's like a bird's nest up here. Looks like a bird's nest. Oh, well, that's just what I thought. So one thing that's kind of funny is that you have to climb over this box to get to the other side, but obviously we want to push this to get up there. This time she can just walk right through it, so. Dimensions are a little weird. Nosferatu is not really a good game, but if you have like a tolerance for that sort of thing, it's perfectly fine, like if that's what you're looking for. Eggs and junk. Well, I mean, that's pretty much what Bird's Nest are. So nothing there. Worth mentioning, I said I wasn't going to talk too much about alternatives, but if the West Wing key wasn't in that box that we picked up earlier, it would actually be in the nest right there. That's the only other place it can be, so just something to note. Alright, well, we can do a couple things. We do still have that West Wing key that we have not used yet, but we also have the insecticide, and we know of a little problem that might require some insecticide to fix. So let's enjoy some stairs again. Ah, refreshing. Happy Halloween. I wanted to wait. I needed to respect the stair walking animation, but happy Halloween. So let's run back into the kitchen, and this time we can get a nice jump on the bugs, so we know they're there, and we've got some insecticide. Hopefully they've cleared out. All right, good to go. So let's go to our inventory. I've already picked up a nice handful of things here. Sticking the insecticide in here. When she decides to walk over there. Not this time, roaches. That looks like a leg. Is that just a leg hanging there on the right? Did you see that? So a key is left behind. That's kind of strange wording, but it's fan translations for you. So we got the gold key now. More keys. It's not actually that many keys. I think there's only one more key that we actually pick up. A ham full of things. Do we actually store the things in the ham? Is that why we picked up the ham? No, it was just the gold key was left behind. The bugs disintegrated into the gold key. They formed from the corpses of the dead bugs. Okay, so we've got more stairs we can go up, but I say we actually check this door out. So I've been holding off on this door and one like it upstairs, because this is actually the door that we're going to use the West Wing key on, and it didn't tell us, but we would, I promise. So a door back here. Let's check this out. Is the meat still edible? I mean, it's sprayed with insecticide a little bit. It's technically edible. You'd probably not like it. So that door was stuck. Can't do anything with it. More stairs. Oh man, I'm excited. Stairs. Okay. This sure is a room. Oh, jeez. can't do anything else with these. This is basically just a room to freak you out, I think. There's not really anything we can do in here. And we can check this closet here. That was a good opening sound. I like that. Boom. Hey man, it's going pretty good. There could be more ham. I have to chop up the animal heads for more ham. I need to start a ham collection. That way, anytime monsters come after us, I can just drop diversion hams at them. Alright, so we'll leave the stairs for now. I know you're all itching to see me walk up more stairs, but let's just keep heading down the hallway. Yeah, we're a little slacking on our ham collection. We're gonna get the bad ending. So this is the hallway where rooms can be kind of random. There's like 5 in total, and they can be really like in any combination of things. So we've got a library in here. Lots of technical books. Author's name is faded. Probably a lot of things are faded in here. Various technical books. I'm actually really excited. This is something that I've never had before. You'll understand what I'm talking about, but it looks like a very old magazine. A maternity magazine. It's like some kind of crevice back here. Pretty deep. Ooh, something shiny. Well, can't really do anything with that right now. Okay, well, that was interesting. Didn't really get anything out of it, but I did because I know how this game works, but don't tell anybody. No, it's just a crevice. I mean, there's something shiny in it, but... So that door's locked. Can't do anything with it. Nope. Okay, this door is just inaccessible. That can also happen sometimes, so... I've tried to, like, hover over it, and then nope, still can't do anything with it. I'm pretty sure that this is a dead end. Yeah, just a bunch of crumbled rocks. Okay. More stairs. All the stairs. Like I said, this place can get a little bit confusing if you're not used to it. There's kind of just a lot of similar looking hallways, and you really have to know what door goes to where, like which door leads to different hallways. Oh, this room looks nice and cheery. Let's check this out. Looks like something's been butchered there, kind of hard to tell. A corpse of a crow and a key. More keys. Okay, there are actually 2 keys. I forgot about this key. So we got a cage key. Well, this is a cage. A single bird is left in the cage. Well, let's see what happens, right? What's the worst that could happen? Are you gonna kill me too? I don't have any sheets around. Yeah, don't worry. We'll figure it out. Well, we freed a crow. We did our good deed for the day, right? Okay, well, eventful room. These statues, can't really do anything with them. Let's see what's in here. I think this is actually the last door in this hallway. He went out the window, you know. The window that's impossible for us to climb out. It's all kinds of music. I guess this would be the music room. It's a record player. It's unplugged. Wait a minute. I see you up there. What are you doing up there? Are you the scissor man? Oh, hello. I mean, to be fair, we kind of asked for that, didn't we? Let's get out of here pretty quick. He almost caught up to me. This is actually really bad if he catches me. Obviously, I knew he was going to come down. It was pretty obvious. But if he catches me, I can't really do anything about it. So the good news is there's a way we can dodge him. It's a little bit dodgy. No pun intended, I guess. But it's a little bit weird how it works. Because like I kind of said before, he can sort of teleport around a little bit. Sometimes he can just sort of appear behind you with no real warning. So the music's still going, which means he is still chasing us, despite the fact that we can't hear anything. So if we run into this door, and then we immediately run out... Oh, suddenly he's behind us, so we jump across. Oh, not quite. Looks like we evaded him again. However, we are now stuck over here. We can't jump back. So, well, I guess we can explore what's here. Wall looks painted over. Yep, sure does. Something back here. Another door. Some tableware. Uh-oh. Is it you? Oh, of course it is. How did you get back here again? This is actually not good. I don't know if I'm going to be able to evade him. If he's chasing me out here, then that's bad, but I think he is not actually out here. Yeah, so I'm going to have to do this a little early, but this is essentially the use for the rope. If it will let me do it. Is it not going to let me do it? That would be bad. Because you have to use the rope like on this thing in order to get back across. It's not letting me. I think I'm actually screwed here. I did not anticipate this. I've beaten this game a ton of times. Because you're supposed to be able to use the rope here in order to make it back across. But it's not actually letting me. Can I like check the statue without the rope first? I'm pretty sure I am super dead right now. Oh man, that's pretty great. Yeah, I can't do anything. I'm stuck on this floor and he is in that room behind me. Well, I guess we meet our doom. There's nowhere else to go over this way. Alright, well, stab me, I guess. The good news is you can get back to this point pretty quickly. Okay, well. Oh, there he What? Wait a minute. Yep, okay, so we're dead. So I think what I'm going to do is instead of getting back up to this point, I'm going to use my magical time wizard powers and rewind the game. So we're going to do a bit of rewinding here, essentially not go in that room yet. Yeah, he just stabbed me like through the door. I'm not quite sure how that happened. I'm pretty sure the game did not really anticipate you being in this situation. I knew he could show up there, but I thought like since I had just encountered him, it wouldn't actually spawn him there, but it totally did. Alright, so let's stop checking the tableware. Okay, so we're good here. So maybe if I go ahead and actually put the rope on, so you can see now we can actually investigate this thing. And we just get 3 dots, so we can stick the rope on it. And throw it on down, and this will let us actually rappel down to the floor below. So this is actually the only use for the rope. If you didn't actually pick up the rope in the kitchen, there is another rope in that room we were just in. One thing I do want to do is I want to check out the music room again, because I think there's something I need from here. I don't know if I can actually get it yet. Okay, this was the crow cage room. Yeah, I'm gonna have to censor this when I upload it to YouTube, those pixelated statue breasts. YouTube's gonna declare my content not advertiser friendly. Alright, so let me check behind the curtain. I swear to God, if he's back here again, I'm gonna be really mad. Because he can be. This is actually one of the more startling ones, because you're like checking it for stuff and he can just kind of appear right here. But I think I actually need something here. Yeah, okay. So a staff rests in the pot and we pick that up. So we do need to come back in here for that at least. And we're otherwise done in the music room. Yeah, bare hands on the rope. Got to embrace the rope burn. But you do know what this means, because we do still need to go back up in that room. So this does actually mean that we're going to need to go back up some stairs. I'm going to fast forward it this time, just because this trip was not really planned. And the actual way across this, you may have been able to see this wooden plank on the wall back here. Just a simple plank of wood. Can't possibly be used for anything. So if we check down here, there's a very specific way to use this. You have to check here and then check the plank. It took me a while to figure that out, actually, the first time I played. So we just pick that thing up with one hand, toss it across. Now we have the rope still there. Yep, well, I guess that works. we have multiple ways down. If we don't want stairs, if we don't feel like it, we could just kind of rappel. So we're going to go back in here. And hopefully we don't get jumped again. I think if I do the stuff in here quickly enough, he actually won't have the chance to jump out if he is there. Because like while you're in this animation, basically everything else kind of stops. So... that's... him breaking the floor was just kind of... that happens anyway. You can put the plank down and then still like escape in the same way. But like when he tries to go across, you actually like pull the plank up and he just falls instead. So the plank is how you get over here normally anyway. We just kind of happen to cheese it a little by being able to do it in the escape scene. So we were able to pull that crate away. I'm doing this a little quick because I really don't want to run into him again and like waste more time. But we can just hit the wall with the pipe a couple times and then it instantly crumbles. And then she has a little delay and notices that there's a room over there. So let's check that out. Well, you know, just a normal room. Every mansion has one of these, right? Marks cut into the wall. Got some papers to check out. Chart of some sort. Mary's and patient's names. Yep, so that was the lady that brought us in. I mean, to be fair, it's kind of... it's an old place. The drywall is probably not holding up super well. Patients were 2 newborn babies. Well, we did see a maternity magazine earlier, so I guess that makes sense. Walter Simpson. It's our father. So yes, if you didn't know, I'm not sure if this was actually in the manual, but this is... we play as Jennifer Simpson. So looks like this was our father all along. Got trapped in here. I should have max health by now with all that sitting. No, it takes a really long time, dude. I don't know. He may be like kind of medium. So there's a memo here as we cradle our father's corpse, you know, just as you do. November 10th, 1986. By the way, my birthday is November 10th. So, weird coincidence. Maybe that's like a European date and it's actually October 11th. This is the 3rd day that I, Dr. Walter Simpson, have been in here. I'll not last long. Before I die, I will record this. I'm glad you're taking time to expound upon this. I mean, I guess he doesn't have much else to do when he's imprisoned in here. Twin children who are a blemish on the world. Lady was to give birth. I was called to this house. Gave Birth to 2 children. No, I like how he interrupts himself like writing mid-sentence. They ate my right hand, you know. Isn't that just part of the birth process? The babies come out and then they eat your hand. Like, that's how they get their hand, right? They're only born with one hand. They have to eat somebody else's hand to grow the second one. I'm sorry, we're reading the memo of our dead father. I should really be more respectful here. And this room's already gone. They're in a cradle under the star. Yeah, and this is the part where it turns into the action game that I was speaking before. We get the spread gun. You can choose between the spread gun and the laser gun. And you also get a couple of bombs to help you along the way. So yeah, our father was sent to this mansion when the lady, I guess that would be Mary Barrows, the master of the house, was to give birth, and she gave birth to 2 demon children, and he was locked up in here and died. So things are definitely not what they seem. Let's get out of here. I don't actually know that because we have to manually run out, so he may get a chance if he's here. Okay. I just don't want to deal with the chase again. Like, the next place I know of that is safe is actually a little ways off. Alright, so with that revelation, we've picked up a scepter. We don't really know what to do with it yet, but we have gotten a couple other keys. One that we haven't used is the gold key. We also got some rooms up here that we haven't checked out yet, so we'll do that. Yep, see ya. Just leave him here. He'll be fine. He's not going anywhere. We'll come back for him later. Yeah, and so we did pick up Mary's perfume in the bedroom, so... I mean, this is her place. I think we kind of knew that already. Like, the story going into it was that she adopted us, and we were coming to, I guess, check out the place. So, some kind of master office here. Picture of a woman. Who lit the fire? The big mystery. Check the trash can, go through the trash. Empty. No, there's clearly stuff in there. Some books. Some books. I'll tell you, man, she's right on top of things. Portrait of a middle-aged woman. Oh yeah, nothing really in here. So this room coming up right here is a pretty major one. I actually want to stop and get a little bit of health, so I'm going to fast forward a bit here. And wait until we get 1 level of health. There we go. So I'm going to need it. Already died once. No, go to the door. Don't don't walk back. What are you doing? Ah, just a normal children's bedroom. This is where children live, right? Feels like someone's watching. You know, I always feel like somebody's watching me. Can't get no privacy. All kinds of things to check out here. This doll hanging from, like, a string here by the foot. That's definitely not foreboding at all. Where's she going? Oh, we're checking out the bed first. I already clicked on that one. Dirty with stains and dust. A French doll. It's hung from the ceiling. It's a big clown doll. Thanks. I did not piece that together myself. Ah, we got the ceremony key. I think that is actually, well, no, that is not the last key. Since we got a specific path, there's one more. And of course, you know, the dolls come to life. Just kind of normal. Let's just leave. I don't need to deal with this thing. No, we have to find our friends. We came here with three other friends. Hey, how's it going? All right. Yep, just circle around. That's cool. All right. You want to hang or... Oh, we're flashing. So anytime this happens, you need to hit the panic button repeatedly, which is the bottom button, which is B, I guess, on a SNES controller. So you can see that used up some of our health. We are now back in the deep red again. That's why I needed some, because if we come into this room and do this without having like any health at all, that basically just instantly kills you. So I don't know if she was here for that. She might have came in late, so. But yeah, we came with 3 other friends. We saw one of them get killed, and the other 2 are now missing. So let's check this room. Ah, a bathroom. It's no stairs, but the water's running. And for some reason, whenever you check the sink, that automatically makes her walk back and actually go in through the door. I guess hearing the running water makes her have to come in here. There's also no toilet in here. It's just a shower bathroom. So, well, what's in the shower? This is normal. Okay. It's like, yeah, just open up the shower. There can't be anything scary hiding back there, right? Uh-oh. What's in the box? Oh, God, it's a cat. Hello. Hey, buddy. What are you doing? Pet the cat. Jennifer, pet the cat. It's licking himself. Pet the cat. He's friendly. Okay, well, goodbye, cat. That is a thick cat. He's a good cat, though. It's hanging out in the box, you know. We disturbed his sleep. My fault, really. That was my bad. Okay, so I think that pretty much completes our tour. There was the one locked door downstairs that we can't do anything with right now. We did pick up the ceremony key, and that does actually lead there, but we've got to do some other stuff first. So let's run back through. We are currently upstairs right now, so I think this door right here is the one that will lead us back out. Yeah. So there were some locked doors back in sort of the main area that we can now access. Dang phone. Somebody answer the phone. We got some keys. Let's start trying them out. This door was locked before. Ah, we used the gold key. That's the one we picked up with all the bugs, remember? Hey, hello? Can I get a pizza? I'm at this weird mansion and I'm really hungry. My health is very low. The phone line's been cut, but it's still ringing. Various beverages. These have been recently used. Someone's just been hanging out in the phone room drinking. Not much else to do on Halloween, I guess. Silver key under the glass. Okay, this, I believe, is actually the final key. I think we now have all of the keys. Check out this armor statue, because there has to be an armor statue. I should get one of these and just, like, set it up in my house somewhere. Oh. Hello. Okay, I'm gonna cheat a little bit and go back. I actually forgot this could happen. I thought it could, but I forgot it could. I actually don't want to check that, because that does actually affect the ending you get. One thing about this is that you do get different endings based on like what happens and what you see. So actually seeing one of your friends dead is a trigger to get the not good ending, which is what I'm going for. So we'll just pretend that's not there and that never happened. She's not actually dead in that suit of armor. And everything's fine. Alright, well, we got the silver key, so we used the gold key and got the silver key. Oh, Laura. Oh no. You're in that suit of armor. You're dead. Man, we've had a lot of experiences tonight. What do you say we just do some stairs? See, everything is right again. We didn't just see our friend dead. So, one more locked door, which was over here, this one. And we used the silver key, the one that we just picked up. Ah, totally normal room. Summoning some kind of unicorn goat to fight a crow with bad gas. Yep, that's about what happened. Check out the books. There's a note. Time will cause adherence. The clock tower's clock stopped. The clock tower, you say? Let's check out this mural. What's up with that? Part of it's hidden behind the shelf. What, can we do something about the shelf? Well, she runs to do this. This one's important. Ah, so it was covering this thing. Remember, we did pick up a staff from a green vase that looked a lot like this earlier. So, she doesn't have anything to say about that. Depicts a ceremony. That room inside the house. Well, very well might be. Seen all other kinds of weird stuff in here, so why not have some kind of demon summoning room in here, right? So believe it or not, we're actually very close to the end. We're in the final stretch right now. So we picked up the ceremony key, and there was only one locked door that we couldn't do anything with, so we know where essentially the final room to check is. So I still can't do anything with this. Oh, there's actually a room. I can't remember if this was the trophy room. There is one more room actually that we could see that doesn't have anything important in it, but is worth seeing. Yeah, this was the trophy room, so it's actually going to be upstairs. It's upstairs, thank goodness. It's upstairs. Feeling a little sacrilegious today? Let's blaspheme and fast forward the stairs. Man, what a rush. It's Halloween. It'll live on the edge. Alright, so we can go to the left here. Now, it's actually a pretty short little game. I think I said that at the outset, but, you know, it's not huge or anything. It's kind of the randomness that's sort of expected to keep you playing. So just a room with a bunch of mannequins set up. I mean, everyone's got one of these, you know? I mean, I guess when you live in a mansion that big, like, what else are you going to do with all the rooms, right? Yeah, you know, sometimes the heads fall off. It's just a, you know, faulty mannequin. Yeah, looks nice. Oh, geez. Oh, this is also bad. Why did he come on that side of me? I don't know if I can escape this. Come on, Jennifer. Yeah, we did it. Push him. Oh, we tripped. Get going. That was actually really dangerous because we had, like, no health. Okay, so let me... I don't want to go down the stairs. I would have to just go back up, so we'll just rewind past that. I misclicked. Okay, so I think there's one other place I know of that's safe. I actually know of two places, but the other one is really annoying and takes like 2 minutes. Oh. Yeah, that can also happen when you have like no health. I think if that happens twice, you die, but I'm not sure. You can just 1v1, the best ending. Yeah, we just kill the scissor man with his own scissors. Okay, keep going. Okay, I have to check. This camera doesn't want to cooperate. There we go. I didn't mean to go in here. Go back out. I forgot that door is no longer locked anymore. I don't know if this game would have been improved by him, like, actually chasing you through these halls or not. Maybe the music is enough to just remind you that he's still after you. Alright, I want to go in here. Remember, this is the room that we actually got the black robe earlier on. So I think if we make it on this side... Get out of here, Scissor Man. Nope. Nope. Turn around. Alright. Music gone. We lost him. Whew, man, get the heart beating a little bit, huh? It's one of those things, you know, it's just like a Super Nintendo game. It's like, how could it really be that scary? But like, it can get you sometimes if you're not expecting it. The suddenness of it. Okay, so now, phone. I tried to answer you. The phone line's cut. I'm sorry. I would answer you if I could. All right, so one more set of stairs. Let's do this for real this time. We need a break. We need to calm down. I mean, you can't tell me you've never just like taken a pair of scissors and like opened and closed them. Like the sound it makes is really nice. What if I just recorded an entire like 30-minute video of me opening and closing scissors? Would anybody watch that? Just want to hug her with scissors. Like, I know you've been through a lot. You've seen one of your friends die. You saw another one of your friends die and then went back in time and never saw one of your friends die. It's been a rough night. Okay, so now we should be able to make it uninterrupted to our final destination. Been going for almost an hour. It's about right. If you're taking the time like I am, you can actually, if you really want to, you can probably finish this game in like 5 minutes if you know exactly which rooms to go to and which items to get. Yeah, sorry, you gotta watch the caps. I just kind of put Nightbot in here and turned him loose, so he's being a little judicious today. Ah, this room. You know, your demon summoning room. I've got one of those back around the corner. Looks like the one in the mural. So all kinds of things to check out here. Nightbot hates everyone's caps equally, don't worry. Whoop. A little bit of stutter there. Square hole is visible. Cradle under the star. Well, this is kind of a star, right? So we picked up a couple items here. One thing we did pick up that we didn't do anything with is the staff. We also didn't do anything with the ham. We're actually not going to do anything with the ham. There is something you can do with it, but we will not see that. So we could put the staff. Remember, we kind of saw a green vase in that mural, so let's try putting the staff in here and see what happens. Just knock those flowers out, put the staff in. What was that sound? Ah. Convenient. A staff-activated trapdoor. Good ladder sound. Nice work. Don't mind the howling in the background. The ladder is the important thing here. Hey, pup. How's it going? Can I pet the dog? I couldn't pet the cat. Oh, it's not a friendly dog. Hey, buddy. So, we're gonna have to disguise ourselves. You may have been able to guess. We saw the person walk by with the black robe. So let's go ahead and put that on. And we also want to put on the perfume that we picked up. Dog knows the smell very well because it's Miss Mary's perfume. So now we look and smell like her and we can just walk past. Nice. Thank you. She also immediately puts on and disrobes. Use the ham. I wonder if it's possible. I don't think it is. Yeah, there is a specific use for the ham. But I don't think it works on the dog in this case. Okay, there we go. I thought it was still auto-walking. I didn't know I could run yet. Oh, hey, look, it's one of our friends. It's a lot. You know what? We're going to go through this again, like, super quick, just to show some alternatives, using fast-forwarding and stuff. So I will try the ham the next time we get down here. Switch is in the clock tower. Second time we've heard about that clock tower. So Nightbot will remove complete caps, but not the world's worst pun. So unfortunately, Lot's dead. Nothing we can do. Lot always dies. The harsh reality of this game is that Lot always dies, and there's nothing you can do to save her. Yep. Even if you do everything perfectly, Lot will always die. There are multiple ways that Lot can die, but she will always die this way, even if you do everything else perfectly. So there's some stuff to check here, but we're not really worried about it too much. We'll see in due time. We are right at the end here. Like, this is pretty much the ending. And before we do so, I want to recover some health. So let's just stop and sit for a bit. I'm going to fast forward. Keep in mind that this is fast forwarded, how long we have to wait. I want to recover like 2 levels of health at this point. So there's our first level. There's the second level. And that was fast forwarded. So this is like how fast the game runs normally. And this is how fast the game runs fast forwarded. Like, that's how fast forwarded that process was, and that's how long it took. Now I actually have to recover more health because I ran around for so long. There we go. So we're going to open this up, and there's going to be like a vaudeville show, and it's going to be fantastic, and they're all going to come out and say, surprise, we were just joking, this house isn't haunted, and your friends aren't dead, and your dad's alive too. And then we all have a cake. Oh, you're not my surprise father's life. Good lord, giant demon baby. Oh, get up. Get up. The button is flashing the whole time. I don't know if you actually have to hit the button the whole time. I don't think so, but I'm gonna keep hitting it the whole time. Just jump in. You're a little beyond worrying about getting your dress wet. Oh no. Climb up the thing. Nice. Blow them up. I do not condone setting babies on fire, but maybe if they are this large and this demon baby... She's just like a 14-year-old girl, okay? She's not used to all this. She didn't come in tonight planning to climb up cave walls away from giant demon babies. Alright, so if we make our way into this cave opening here... That box was actually, if you check it before, she says it's a box of kerosene, which, you know, just ignites instantly whenever it touches any surface. Oh, I need to actually hit the button. That's how you use elevators, right? You don't just walk into the door and it opens for you. And just casually walk into the elevator as the caves are collapsing around us. Which floor should we go to? Let's try the third. Elevator music? None? Can we get stairs instead? I'd rather walk, actually. Uh-oh. Of course, he makes his return. Keep in mind, this is all automatic right now. I'm not actually controlling anything at the moment. A little lag on the transition there. I love how she just casually walks for a second. That's great. So we've heard a lot about the switches of the clock tower. Let's see what happens. It seems he doesn't like it. And down he goes. I think we are rid of Scissor Man for good. And Laura's here. Oh, thankfully you are not actually in that suit of armor. Mary! Oh god, hit the button, hit the button. And look who comes to save our day, it's our friend! The crow brought some buddies. Okay, the crows are kind of past you now. You could just actually walk forward and... Okay, well... Goodbye forever. Mary also now falls to her death. So we've managed to kill a scissor man, the giant demon baby, and Mary. And that's pretty much all the occupants of this house. Clock tower rings. Hey Laura, wake up. Come on, let's go, loser. Get in. No dialogue, she doesn't say anything. We just walk out the door. And eventually. Stand outside in the rain. It clears, the sun starts to come out. And the credits roll. There we go. That's the end. So this is actually the best ending. And so yes, believe it or not, the best ending is only 2 of your friends die. And you manage to save 1. There are a handful of endings. This is the S ending. It's actually like the hidden ending. They're all labeled by letter. That reminds me a bit of Nier Automata, actually. But they're all labeled by letter. And there's like an A through K, I think. So quite a lot of different configurations, different possibilities based on things you do. Basically, the thing required for the S ending is you have to definitely come across that secret room with your father's body. You need to free the crow. Somebody actually asked while it was going on if the crows weren't there, would that have killed you? No. What actually happens is that you like shake her off and you like throw her back into the controls and she gets electrocuted. But that's actually, I think, the A ending. And that only happens, and if that happens, you don't save your friend. Your friend is just not there. And you stand outside of the clock tower alone. So that's like the A ending. So yeah, it's discovering the body, it's freeing the crow. It is... And the end is that it's not seeing any of your friends die, basically. So if you come across any event where you see your dead friends, then that's it. You're locked out of that ending. And that's pretty much it. It doesn't sound like a lot, but there's kind of a lot of stuff to avoid. So you notice when I examined the armor earlier, I saw Laura dead, so obviously she wouldn't be here. Lot would be dead at the beginning room, and then it would just be Jennifer by herself. So that's Clock Tower. I'm going to go through it again and just kind of show some different things because I think it's pretty cool. And I said I was excited before when I was in the library, and essentially I knew at that point that there are essentially 2 different paths to get to the end of the game. There's the scepter path, which is the path that I was on, you stick the staff in the vase, but there's also like a demon idol path where you have to pick up a demon idol and put it on the shrine, and then that opens it. And I've got the demon ending like 9 out of 9 times that I played through this game before, and this is actually the first time I got the staff one, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's kind of a weird thing, but it's one of those things where I get the feeling this is a game that you're really only supposed to... I think you're really only supposed to play through it like once, but they do list all the endings and let you quick start, so you could eventually go through it and figure it all out, and obviously the rest of the times it kind of loses its, luster a little bit because you know all the mechanics. But... So it kind of just like, don't do any of the wrong things, and that's how you get the best ending, but there are a lot of wrong things you can do. So I think after this, it's just going to boot us back out to the title screen. So this time, we're going to play through it and use some liberal usage of fast forward just to kind of show some different things. So here's the ending list through H. So yeah, the S ending is the one that we just got. Not actually sure when that B ending took place, but apparently it did at some point. So you can also do a quick start. This is the thing that I didn't show you before, but essentially if you hit quick start, it just like skips the intro and you're immediately placed here. So this is like basically the start when you heard the scream and you came back and found out they're gone. So there are a couple other ways that you can actually start the game. If you remember, the first time we started it, we just kept basically going straight forward, and Mary was the one that was killed as she was falling from the ceiling with the scissor man on her. So we can head over this way first instead and check out this little crack. There's a deep crack in the wall. It's crumbling. And we can check out this rock pile here and grab this rock from the top for some reason. I don't know why we can't just grab one at the bottom. So trash, wood, and concrete, we get a rock. Now we have that on our inventory. We can use it on the crack. And that'll let us get out here to the courtyard. This is an area we didn't actually see before because there's no real like need to come out here. Oh, hey, you need some help? Somebody put you in the pool and took away the ladders. Oh no, I know how this works. Anne, sorry, Anne was the, I don't know why I said Mary. Mary is the old lady, obviously. So this time we start the game out by Anne drowning in the pool. Oh, and guess who's underneath? Now, I don't really like starting out this path because there's no way to, like, avoid the scissor man. You can see he starts to the right, and we're just kind of running here. We can't do anything with the shed. We can't do anything with this. We can't do anything with this box or this door. So essentially, we just have to run into the scissor man, which we're at full health, so we can probably get by. We just have to mash the button a lot. Come on. Okay, there we go. You can still lose that, but you see we're immediately down to like half health, and then we have to run through and then still find a place to hide. So I don't really like that opening that much. It's kind of interesting thematically, but you know, the same thing happens. Anne still ends up dying, so let's go ahead and rewind a bit. Yeah, I'm not gonna help. I'm not gonna reach a hand in or anything. Let's just sit there and watch you drown. Now let's watch you drown in reverse. Would that be like watching you swim? I mean, you could argue, like, why can't you just take the scissors from him? But, like, one, this is a video game, and, like, that would be, you know, defeat the purpose of the video game. But two, like, even in the canon, like, Jennifer is a 14-year-old girl. Like, I've won the confrontations against him every time, but that's just because I'm mashing the button and had some health. You know, she really is not that talented. She just kind of happens to, like, push him away. So remember this was the bedroom and that sitting room from before, and we start here, the music starts. So I ignored this door the first time. If we go in here to start, and this is actually interesting. I kind of like this one, but I didn't want to start with it the first time. All this fog is supposed to mean that the shower is running. So we can check that. And definitely the natural thing to do in this scenario is open the shower and see who's in there. So this time you notice it's actually Laura. Hey, JD Cooper, happy Halloween, man. Oh, and it comes out. I like this one because it starts with its own scene like that, and this is also Laura that's actually dead in the shower. So this is actually the only way that you can save Anne at the end. If you get the S ending at this point, you walk out with Anne instead of with Laura. So that's really the only way that she can survive. So let's run away from Scissor Man here real quick. One other thing I wanted to show. This is a different bathroom. That's why there are actually 3 bathrooms in this mansion. There can be 3. I think there were 2 last time because one of the doors was inaccessible. So this time, if we try to hide in here, remember, we haven't actually dealt with the parrot this time around. He's still in his cage, so we can still hide under the bed. Oh, but he doesn't actually get us there. He just stabs the bed. So if you don't actually take care of the parrot, this doesn't work as a hiding spot. and we're forced to find some other way to hide. So probably the nearest place, obviously, like the easiest, like sure way to do it. Oh, of course he's here. Oh well, whatever. We'll just run past him real quick because I want to keep going. Like the sure way to do it is that room where you get the black robe, because you can always just jump over that cabinet and he won't find you on the other side. Another way you can do it, let's fast forward a bit, speed run through here, is to actually go out to the garage. This is the one I didn't want to use before because it kind of sucks. So if we climb the ladder, then I think you can, yeah, push the ladder down. So now essentially we are up here and he has no way to get up here. However, he's just going to walk back and forth for like ever. Actually, it didn't take that long. I thought it would, but I guess not. So now we should be able to just jump down and he won't come after us, which is nice. And there's also, you may have guessed, a bad ending involving this car. So we can pocket the car key. The car. The car, Jennifer. The car. So we can get out of here with the car, but the others... So if we go in a second time, what should I do? We go in a third time. She will eventually just take off and run through the door. And then you get some credits, which unfortunately I can only speed through these so fast. They are the same credits as before. But there is a little bit of an ending scene after this. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't know why there is not a toilet in the other and Crazy Taxi was made. I don't know if there's an okay. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure all of the endings with the car like end up the same way. It's like the last ending in the list, like it's ending H, so I think this is kind of the joke ending. But yeah, that's if you were to like speed run this game and then your end goal was just like get to credits, I imagine that would be the way to do it. And of course, he's back there in the car with us, and we die. The end. So one other thing, I'm gonna see just kind of how fast I can speed through it. Let's see if we can at least like see what the demon idol path looks like. I'll pretty much just be holding fast forward this whole time. So let me check the box here. Okay, so there's no key in it this time, which means it's going to be in the bird's nest upstairs. And I do need to take care of the parrot just because that's like the fastest way to get him off of our ass when we start the game. So I kill you, yeah, alright. Just keep hitting the button. This won't take too long, and this will be the last time we go through it. Alright, so he's gone. I don't really actually even care about the perfume at this point, because I'm not going to finish the game. So we'll go through here, and he'll crash down. And we'll get to our hiding spot here. So I did want to try the ham on the dog. That was the one thing I did want to try. Yeah, see, I'm not entirely sure of all the endings. I guess it makes sense that there would be like a decent car ending. Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. Like everybody is dead, so there's nothing keeping me here, sort of thing. Yeah, that makes sense. So let's get the ham. It's also something you can do here. There's one more thing I wanted to show. I may be able to show it here. If I'm lucky. Yes, okay. So if you drink the beverage, there's like 50-50 chance that you'll either pass out and end up in here, or get your health fully restored. So you can see we have ended up in this cage in here. Hey buddy, what's up? Oh man, it's me. I can't believe they got this picture of me in here. So he wants food. So this is what you're actually supposed to use the ham for. This actually saves your life, because if you don't give him any food and just sit here for a bit, That's the sound of him eating you, by the way. So that's what you're supposed to use the ham on. So he wants food. Let's give him the ham. So we ask him who he is, and he says he is Simon Barrows. So he is actually, I guess, Mary's husband, so to speak, has been chained up in here. So this is Barrows, technically the master of the house. So he, right now, it's watching you cradle under the stars. So remember that was the hint that we actually got before. And eventually, if we just wait here for a bit, Lot will actually come to our rescue. Remember how I said Lot always dies? I'm sorry, Lot. I'm so sorry. So she manages to get us out somehow. I guess she's able to pick the lock, or she picked up the key or something. So get out of here before Mary comes quickly. All right. That's a great run cycle, by the way. The arms flailing back and forth. Oh, that's not good. So a couple ways to die here. This area is pretty much just filled with ways to die. So obviously, if you don't move, as she says, give it a minute. Maybe if I just try to like run outside. Yeah, there we go. We're backing away. She's got a shotgun. Oh. Well, so there's another way to die. There's also actually another way to die in this area. I'm gonna have to rewind a little bit, skip all this stuff. You know, it's just a dainty little shotgun. We can actually try to hide in the box here, and this is another way to die because there's no point in hiding. You think you're gonna get away with it. Boom, and then we get shot in the box. So the actual correct way out of here. So there's a bit of backstory. I'm not sure how much of it you actually like reveal through here and how much of it you just have to read elsewhere. The scissor man, you're supposed to kind of imply when we read the note from our father that she had 2 demon children. So the 2 demon children that she had are actually the scissor man named Bobby and the giant demon baby, I think named Dan, which is kind of a strange name, I guess. But so the correct way out of this is to grab the wood plank and bonk her on the head, and that's how you get out. This is also, as you may have guessed, you can't do this and get the, I was hitting my analog stick to try to move. You can't do this and get the S rank ending because obviously Lot dies, and that's not good. I think we can, yeah, we can now move this box. We couldn't move it before, but this will let us get into the West Wing, which is funny because I haven't actually picked up the West Wing key, but I'm still in the West Wing, so that's weird how that works. Dan the demon. Oh, okay, so this door is now locked since we don't have the key. It takes that into account. Alright, so we don't have the ham anymore, which means I can't try that on the dog. So I wonder if I should just... I would restart, but like it takes so much time. So I think, just take my word for it that the ham does not actually work on the dog. That may actually be a way to die, but... Yeah, stop spamming, guy. What are you doing? Jeez, come into my chat spamming. No respect, I swear, man. Okay, so it would be in here. So this is where this time the key is going to be inside of the bird's nest. So in the full of eggs and junk, there's a key. Nice. I'm not even going to bother with the robe or anything. I'm pretty much just going to run straight to the West Wing now. So I'm looking for the library is the important part I'm looking for. So so this should let us in. Is this door locked? Now do we have to use the key? No, okay. That's consistent at least. Also, occasionally as you run through this hallway, there can be a scream. Don't look out the window, because if you look out the window, one of your friends die, and that locks you out of the bad ending. So I can't show you everything because so much of it is kind of based off of random chance, but... Okay, so this is the music room. I need to bother with this. This would be this is always the ceremony room, which is locked. All right, and that's gone. That's the cage, so we don't care about that right now either. Like I said, this is the set of rooms that can pretty much be random, except for that ceremony room. Library. All right, so if we check this shelf... Okay, I actually got the scepter path again, which is amazing, but I'm not going to go through it again to try to get it, but essentially it would say something about like the idol is hidden within a statue when you check that book. This route is actually much quicker than the scepter route, because you don't even have to bother with like the kitchen, the phone room, the reading room, checking the mural and all that stuff. So what you would do is set up the plank, walk across, and the idol would actually be in this statue if you check it. There would be a demon idol, and then you walk into the room and essentially set it on the shelf, and that opens instead of getting the scepter. So it's kind of cool. I like that there are sort of multiple paths to the end. There are only two, and they work the same way every time, but that's just how it works. I want to see if I can get killed by something interesting. I think there's, if I can just get Scissorman to show up, I know of a place I can go, which is like a false hiding spot. She looks sad in the corner because she's exhausted. I've used all of her stamina. Alright, so if he's not in the ceiling this time, he may actually be behind the curtain. Nope. Oh, right, he can't be because we're on the scepter path. That's right, the scepter has to be there. It's weird, I'm trying to get the guy to come out, and, it says my controller battery is dying, which is weird because it's plugged in, but oh well. So it's the cage room. So what other rooms? That was the library, right? So this is... I know of a place we could go. We could go to the secret room. He might be in the box. I know, I just can't get myself killed. This will be the last thing. It's actually in the bathroom is where I want to go at the end. And eventually die, you know, just like all of us do. Eventually just want to go to the bathroom in the end. So let's see if he comes out. Yep. Hey buddy, how's it going? Alright, chase me. Hopefully I don't trip and fall and die. That would be bad. Alright, so we run down the stairs and head straight for the bathroom. And if we go through here... Oh, she doesn't... Does it not work in this bathroom? That's funny. Okay, I guess it doesn't work in this bathroom. We have to find the other bathroom. I can't see what's in front of me, so he may just appear in front of me. Alright, so... this will be out of the West Wing. It's trip number 1. Alright, so I think this is the bathroom then. Yes, alright. So if we run in here... There we go. We lock the door, so we think we get a false sense of security. But of course, he's got giant scissors, so, you know, he can just break down the door. Alright, well, hey buddy. I'm not even gonna look at you, just do what you need to do. Goodbye. I am dead in the bathroom. So that's that. That's Clock Tower. That's pretty much all I wanted to show. You know, ended with a couple neat little things there. We've been going for